So now moving to the next pointer, so this question is relevant to you. I think I'll put across to you. We have learned about predictive analysis, how we are going to do that, and how predictive analysis can support us in upskilling, reskilling, and giving next opportunity. Right? That we have learned from the real-time example. And then move on to performance management. We have learned performance management type and how to analyze it. On top of it, I think of course would be equally equipped with technology. Then only this can be sustained and achieved. Now, this is a question on the HR side, right? How HR, how HR should be trained on technology? What all different HR opportunities now are emerging in the market, and how HR is going to be evolved after AI is being picked up. So, over to you.
Thank you, Sudesh. First of all, thank you to Very for organizing such a wonderful panel discussion topics, which are actually apt at this moment of time. And Sudesh, you have put me into the spot with this question that how we have to be prepared for the HR.
Yeah.
Now, recently, I'm working on a project wherein we are inducting the fresh graduates into the organization, and this is where my high visibility project is with WKI at this moment of time. So I can see that today, the role of HR is no longer an HR executive, a talent acquisition executive or a PMO. The role has changed, and everything boils down to data or to the analytics. Now, when we are, since there are some of the faculties who are sitting here, some of the students who are sitting here, the roles in HR have changed. And what are we looking at this thing? First of all, I'll bucket all these three things into one is new roles, second is skill set, and third is how we can prepare for that. The new roles that are coming is HR data analyst. It could be a people analytics manager, or it could be a workforce planning specialist, which has gained prominence in most of the job descriptions today. Now, if you will see the job description either on LinkedIn or Naukri or any of the job portal, you will see HR. But when you will drill down to the job description, you can find what exactly are they looking for. If it is an entry level, are they looking for an analytics person, or are they looking for somebody who can create the dashboards, or are they looking for somebody who can manage their HR side? Now, the thing is, when you're preparing yourself for the skill set, it is very, very much important that not only you excel in Microsoft Excel, it is Power BI and Tableau also which are available, and you have to be there with those technologies so that you are up to the mark. And when you are doing the analysis in the organization, the first 3 months, first 6 months of a student is very important in the organization, because that sets the tone that how exactly the person is going to manage. So with this, I come to the preparation part of that how students can prepare. You have to actually read the mind of the faculty that what is the topic that they are going to teach today, and how am I going to prepare. Then only you can be effective. I think, Sudhesh, that is my principle.
Sure. Thank you so much, Ananda. And I think this was the right information for. So with some data facts, I would like to tell you the importance of efficiency or efficacy, how decision making is getting improved. So certain latest industry trends are there that I'm going to talk about. If you will start implementing predictive analysis or AI, specifically like AI into TA, talent acquisition, you'll be able to shorten 50% of the time to fulfill your position. This is a very significant. 50% is very significant because equally it is going to reduce your rate also, right? Hiring rate. Second thing is on the employee retention side. If you will try to understand how AI is giving you inclination on the individual aspect on personality, behavior, technical, you will be able to retain 30% plus more, right? So that scope has been increased up to 30%. When it comes to productivity, it will increase productivity up to 25% because you are going to analyze their routine and you can easily correct it, right? These are certain data pointers which are actually happening and being analyzed after applying these practices, AI, right? I believe this is a great insight we started with predictive analysis, we moved to performance management, and finally HR roles and responsibilities, how it is going to be transformed with the use of AI and its adoption to the HR. And thank you so much, fellow.
If I want to develop a case study on some Indian organization, the organizations are so skeptical that they are not ready to give us. When you are not ready to share your data with us, how can we create a case study from it? Creating that case study becomes very, very difficult. And then teaching that case study in the class and coming down to a conclusion. When it goes to Western world, the culmination, the integration is so strong that they have the data. And when you have the data, the answers are better and you can show them, see student, this was the data, this is what we predicted, and this is what exactly is happening. So that relationship goes. So it is our limitation, or I would say somewhere down the line, we are bound to take the cases of Google and all. If I go to even website of IIM, we hardly find any Indian case studies. Yes, we do have good organizations like Amul and all. We have good organizations like BTW, Bittu Tikkiwala is a very good case study. Haldiram is a very good case study. We try to, I would share my own experience. We try to develop the case study on Luminous. Luminous, they were the first one to launch e-vehicles. They were the first one who developed the e-vehicles. At that time, we thought to develop a case study on them. We went because they had an office there in Janak Parliament. We went there to collect the data that what happened, why you have stopped in between, because it is the upcoming thing in the market. But nobody in the organization was ready to even talk to us. So how we develop it? So there is a need where this integration is required. One, the industry will open up and this integration will happen, that Indianization will come automatically. See, slowly, gradually, we are feeling proud to be an Indian. And 22nd, we all are going to celebrate, right? Which was not there earlier. Even our kids are feeling pride and proud about it.
I would like
Because
to add
that-
a little flavor to it.
Yes.
Why such Indian studies are such Indian studies are missing? Number one, in comparison to Western, right? We were always being treated like low. That's the reality of the
Yeah,
market.
yeah,
That's
absolutely, absolutely. That's
Second
what
thing
we
is such failures, if they will come in the market, it will impact the overall of we did not have anything which is concrete in nature can protect the data price. It was not there. So if I am sharing an information to you, I don't know how are you going to leverage that information. You may exploit it. On what ground should I offer that information to you? I don't have anything which is legally going to support me. At least after coming the Data Protection Act in August 2023, I have something confidently I can convey, okay, this data I am offering, this is your restrictions. You cannot do this. Now whatever is left, you use it. It was not there. See, entrepreneurs, even they want this study to get published, they do not have that support from legal system if it is being exploited.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So the threat is something which is causing this entire turbulence in the system. Now, eventually, after coming Data Protection Act, now eventually you will start getting certain studies. I cannot guarantee as an individual for sure, but I am hoping that yes, after Data Protection Act, people will understand, they will start giving you more studies.
90% you have renewed. If I recall, the terminology we used to have at that time, manufacturer, that's completely changed. Looks like a finest man's shop. Looking at numbers, except now the words like Mr. Abe said, where the objective of the organization is to be productive organization and have happy people, happy environment. That remains the same. That remains the same. The second broad issue is of these ready-made brands which come top 3, top 5, they become global now, people interact, and this is a very unfortunate thing actually. We have started a program of e-learning here, developing e-learning, including e-learning cases. The first one we did on marketing, we had 3 case studies. And they asked me, which brand will you put? So they brought some same international global brands. I said, put Amul and find out who sells the maximum number of amount of milk and who has the maximum number of members in the organization and maximum number of customers in the world. Yeah, it's a movie. I said now put Parley, who in that particular category has the largest amount of sale in the world. There you are. Then you pick up Godrej Almiraj, largest brand of sales brand. I'm talking about all the brands that existed in 1947 or 48. Cipla may not be that much of a brand in India, but globally it is a brand. When we do that, when we study that, how these brands have got picked up, there are a number of organizations, small, NGOs, medium, large. Think of Motors, Tata Motors, Mahindra, these are global brands actually. We don't give that much. So take shortcuts and write their assignments which are just stolen. And of course, it takes within 2 minutes to find out they know nothing about what they're doing. And they will produce nothing in the organization. Right?
Creativity is missing.
Not only creativity, even a company should.
Integrity is also missing. Integrity is also.
A company should exist. They cannot relate things, right? And therefore they cannot come to certain useful things for the organization. That's why the retraining. Because on one hand, the quantitative training has gone up, the IT training has gone up.
Where sir, I take questions. Automobile companies are, if you want to learn HR, you should go to automobile company, manufacturing companies. There you actually know what is HR is, whether it is a Toyota management system or wherever. HR practices, since you are here and we want to use your presence, whatever you have spent, commitment.
I can talk in general. Now, being 30 years in HR, I think it would not be good for me to talk about a single company's HR. I will hold it on. And I will be part of innovating the HR policies and systems, and no organization can say that what works with them yesterday will work with them today. What works with them in US or Europe or Japan will work with them in India. So HR policy is something which I firmly believe that it has to be reading the mind and pulse of your people and aligning it with your business. That is one line of policy which you have to evolve. Okay. And so we keep on innovating and reinventing the way we can make people happy. The ultimate goal of any organization, HR function, is to create your happy work environment in the organization, wherein people should put their heart and soul and potential in delivery to the organization, and HR should be able to take care of all their worries which are beyond the workplace. Are you getting my point? If you can do that, then only you are true HR. So, your question was very specific to the policies.
So, innovations.
HR innovative process is communication and excessive communication. And there is no amount of excessive communication in any organization. Only thing is that the communication has to be synchronized. Synchronized in terms like what is being communicated at the shop floor should be communicated same to the manager's level, and same should be at the FOD level, and same should be at the leadership level. So how do you synchronize that communication, and how do you ensure that what is happening in the organization, top to bottom, and what is the feeling of the people for the anything and everything which is being done in the organization. So, bottom to top. If you can create that flow of communication, I think you can solve all your HR related problems. Whether it is productivity, performance, quality, hiring, attrition, I think everything can be solved when you can, as I started from, you can feed the heart and soul of the employees. So I think that is the most unique process which always helps in driving the best quality product with highest productivity.
So maybe, since you are a technology-based company, What is your expectation since you handle such a big workforce and all over India and Europe? What is the expectation people you are getting from campus, and what do you think is lacking? What should be there actually in terms of the new people who are inducting BTech, GC or whatever it is?
Okay, so in last couple of years, what we have seen is when they are moving from one year to another year or semester to another semester, they tend to forget the previous one. The first and foremost important thing is the fundamentals are missing, which we need to retrain. And that's why we have an induction program 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, right? They have trained, right? You have trained them, right? They were part of your academy for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, semester, right? Whatever, integrated. If they have got developed enough knowledge, I need not to retrain. But reality on the ground, that's the point number one. Fundamentals are missing. Second thing is, I think they all have the tendency of quick results. Scroll and get it, right? Now, this is adoption because they are tech savvy by default. From the birth, right? This is the generation 2000 afterwards, right? Typical millennials, right? They have that understanding. This is my birthright to use mobile handset or quick access to information. Now, because of this is happening daily in their life, their patience level is very low. Now they cannot sit and concentrate. They need every now and then they need something new. They are habitual of having it. Whereas once you are aligned to an organization and you are defined or you are aligned to a specific role or position, you need to learn that thoroughly, and for that attention focus is really important. So we need to make them practice how they should move out of that quick information, quick access mode to focus, to remain focused. That's another area where the problem lies. And third thing is the collaboration between what industry wants and what is being taught in the colleges. That we have spoken at other events also. That's the third interesting area. Do whatever you want to with kids, until there is a collaboration between the synchronization between two entities, right? Industry and academy, it will never. And I'm not saying this should be done, right? Since it is being done, and it will happen. Only thing is how mature, with how much of maturity we can bridge the gap. So gap was larger earlier, now it is shorter, but we need to bring it to the closer, to an extent wherein the thin line difference between two entities should allow them to be independently working. Having said that, there should be a synchronization so that these students knows what is being done in the industry and industry knows what is to be conveyed to the academics, so that the next generation is readily available for the next. So these are my findings.